welcome to the launch of Trowbridge Arts. We wanted to do this because it's the first performance tonight of the 2-year project, which I'll talk a bit more about, and just wanted to give people that were interested in finding out a bit more about it an opportunity to do that. I'm going to talk you through a little bit of why the project, a little bit of what the project is, and then talk you through what the plan is up until January. I might get interrupted. We've got the company who are going to be doing a vocal warm-up quite loudly, I've been warned, any minute. So they should keep me going even if I don't. So this is Trowbridge Arts. The reason that this project is happening is that we were aware that the Art Theatre wasn't going to be funded as a venue for professional work anymore. And we felt that we needed to look after the audience that had enjoyed that offer, but also ensure that there was opportunity for a future audience to experience professional performance as well. And we're also aware that previously Wiltshire Council had invested about £23,000 a year in the ARC, and we were concerned that that money would be lost to Trowbridge, to the rest of the county, if we didn't put in place an alternative offer. Hence, we wrote this bid. Also, of course, at that time, we were aware that the Town Hall in Trowbridge Town Hall, was being offered to a community group with a sustainable business plan, that amazing building through asset transfer. So we felt that no professional theatre venue, some funding, and a building in the centre of town, we had to look at how we could explore offering the arts through that. So that is why, through BA1 for Culture, which is one of the theme groups of the Community Area Partnership in Trowbridge, we wrote a bid to the Arts Council for a 2-year project. So it's not just live performance, we're also looking at building an offer of visual art and opportunities to take part working with professional practitioners as well. The next one is about the different spaces that we have. So we wanted to create an audit of spaces like Paxcroft Community Centre, school halls, the village pump, the town centre, the shires, the town hall, different places where performance could happen, and evaluate what their strengths and weaknesses are and what the challenges are, and if that is a way forward to sustain professional arts in a town, or whether it does need a bespoke art centre to do it. As a director of the Town Hall, of course, I do have some thoughts about the fact that having a proper venue that promotes and can really house really good performance is important, but we are testing that. And also how people relate to different spaces, because if people don't feel comfortable going to an art centre or a theatre, maybe they will break their teeth on a brilliant piece of performance, as I believe tonight's will be, in a space that they're more comfortable in, and then feel more confident at going to a professional space. So this is about developing the audience that we'd previously had at the ARC, so giving them an offer so that we weren't losing them and their money outside of Trowbridge, but also to develop a new one, maybe for a future venue. One of the real challenges across the country is that we have incredible performance makers and participation leaders that don't have a platform on which to sell their work or perform their work. So a key thing that we're finding is that, the amount of emails I already get, and we're a baby organisation, of companies desperate to come and bring their national touring work, and indeed international touring work, to Trowbridge is quite amazing. So that's something that we hope to provide through this project as well. The sustainability is really important. So one of the things that we wanted to do, which we're trying to do through having an advisory group, so we have a group of people. Colin is the chair of our group, and Rachel here is on it also, is a group of people that help me and advise me about how best to make the project work, but that they will be the stakeholders. If there's no funding in the future, that those people will be the stakeholders to help performance survive in Trowbridge beyond this 2-year project, if we get no more funding. So the town council are on that. We have a teacher, a young person from our youth action group. We have the Pound Theatre, Pound Art Centre in Corsham. The director of Cloth Road Arts Week. So quite a mix of people with different skills on that group. And then underneath the flag. So yes, so it's an action research project. It's to find out how people feel about performance. And one of the things that we do at each event is ask people to fill out an evaluation form. That looks scarier than it is. So we ask people to say what their experience was prior to getting here, and then what their experience of the show was afterwards. And that's really important data to be able to prove how people feel about what we're offering. So we had taster season, and these were the comments of some young people from the youth service, most of whom had never been to a live performance before. This was a bizarre thing. 2 weeks before this happened, the Pound phoned me and said, I've got a show and there's a date that someone's pulled out of, do you want it? And I went, yeah, and I thought, oh God, how do we make this happen in 2 weeks? But I had this group of young people that came, and you know, that they absolutely were blown away by it, and we're working with them again in this season, which we'll talk about a bit later. So this is just going through some of the things we've already done. This was all part of a taster season, which we put as part of our bid whilst we were putting together this proper season that was just beginning tonight. So that was a company in the West wrote the music and the lyrics of this performance. There was a Trowbridge young person in it. They went to Edinburgh for a month, came back to us in Trowbridge after that month. An amazing experience for those. I think it's a cast of 14 young people working with a professional director and musician, and they're now working with West End producers, and that may well become something quite exciting, so it's great that we're involved with that. This was a lovely piece of international performance that we bought last year at the Voyage of the Bow, and they did some great workshops with the Mead Primary School, and then did some performances at the Atrium at County Hall. So that was really lovely too. Another performance we had at the Mead this time. Oh, this was an artist. So during a market day, we just put some performance artists riding a penny farthing up and down, and it was incredible. The difference, the vibe that created was quite magical. And so just giving people that experience of theatre in a way that they might not have perceived it to be. Okay, taking part, that's really important and really exciting for us. So we have a great relationship with Salisbury Playhouse, and they are running a youth theatre with us. We've done 2 taster terms, and we're doing a full term this year now, which is from reception to year 11, so from 4 years old to 16-year-olds. And we have an opportunity that they go to Salisbury and they perform in Salisbury, but they work with the practitioners from Salisbury in Trowbridge Town Hall, and have opportunities that we haven't been able to offer in Trowbridge before. So that's really exciting. We also have the internationally renowned Naturals Theatre Company, which are a street theatre company who do incredible things. It's them in their flower pots. I've worn one of them. Don't know how they do it, can't see a thing. And we're going to do a weekly street theatre group so that we can nurture our own street theatre company in Trowbridge that we can send out to do bizarre things and happenings at different things. And we're hoping that they're going to work, they're going to go out at the opening of the cinema and do their thing there. And we have a creative dance group, which is a fabulous group led by a lady called Jane Ford, who has amazing energy. And that's about older people, 16 plus, not necessarily old, having the opportunity to not only exercise and not only dance, but actually create dance. I'm going to hand over to Emma, who's one of those, who's going to talk to you a little bit about that, and then you're going to get a little taste of it.
So myself and Kelly, we go to a creative dance session on Monday evenings in the town hall in Trowbridge, and they're fantastic sessions where you can improve your posture, coordination, flexibility, but also create things as well. So we put this piece together in about 4 sessions, I think, isn't it? Yeah. So we can just put anything together, and it's really great fun. I mean, we get chances to perform if you want to as well, and it's just great to have that chance to create in a creative atmosphere, and it's really supportive and friendly, and it's great. So yeah, I hope you enjoy what we're going to show you.
But
about the Creative Dance Company, because when Jane and I first met and talked about it, we sort of had this hope that in months to come we might have a performance company that came out of it, but that would be an added bonus. But actually, really early on, it's brought together some incredible dancers who want to go out and perform. So it's been great that we've been able to bring that offer. So thank you, ladies. Through what this season looks like, and then I will hand over to Andrew who will talk to you about the Arts Festival. So, the season starts tonight, with Barber's Opera, and a number of the performances during this season we've done in partnership with the Rural Arts Wiltshire team at Corsham Pound. There's the vocal warmer. Which has been great. So what we're doing is helping them sell the things that they do in rural places by promoting them through our work. So, Three Musketeers, Graham, I know, seen them in Salisbury. They were at Salisbury Playhouse 2 weeks ago. So it's brilliant that they're now in Trowbridge, and we should have a bit more of that. I YouTubed them, and it reminded me a little bit of an adult version of Horrible Histories. Really sort of comical singing. So if any of you are able to stay, please do stay and see that afterwards. Tomorrow we've got Bard Heads, which is a local company who are doing it's about the story of the main people in Shakespeare plays before or after the story that we all know. Apparently you don't need to know anything about Shakespeare, which is good because I don't. And it's very comical. So that's tomorrow. And again, that's a really nice opportunity to support a local company that mostly sells its work way outside of the region. So it's great that we can have them back. And that's at the Town Hall tomorrow. Please, 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 please come, tell your friends, bring your friends. That would be great. This is a lovely family piece. This is going to be at the school hall in Paxcroft, at the Mead. And there's a workshop for children to make masks beforehand, and will be a beautiful piece of puppet theatre. So again, please do spread the word. I'm telling you this really because what we need you to do is to be advocates for the project and to big it up to as many people as you can. These ones, I have to say, it's a little bit of a punt. Don't know this company very well, but they're at Edinburgh and got rave reviews at Edinburgh. And it's a murder mystery whodunit type thing. They're also offering a workshop beforehand, and this one's happening in the Spectrum, which is the space at Clarendon Academy. I don't know what it's called officially now, but the school on Broom Road. So that's a great collaboration with them and testing how we use that space for professional performance. That'll be interesting. This one is an interesting one, and it will be a bit weird, I suspect. This is with a physical performance artist called Tom Marshman, who, the last time I saw him, he did a thing about varicose veins. He's worked with some young people from our youth group, our LBTG group. I don't know if people know what that acronym is, but some young people, worked with him over the summer, and he's created a professional piece that he will then go on and tour following its premiere at the town hall. So that'll be interesting. And part of all of this is about challenging people and getting them to see things that maybe they wouldn't otherwise see. This is a piece called Bring Dance Mountain. So this is actually going to happen during the opening of St Stephen's Place. So this is contemporary dancers who will be out on the street, who will just be amongst people and then suddenly start dancing. So that's about nurturing an audience for dance that people may say, God, dance, don't like that, not for me. But by putting it in amongst them, maybe they might feel differently about it, and we might be nurturing an audience for the future. This is the Fabulous Naturals. In fact, in the brochure, we've got their egghead image. And someone said, oh, I wonder if they got that from the monument that is now in Bath. And my understanding is that they've created a stone statue in honour of the Naturals in Bath, because they are a world-renowned, they are thought to be the very first street theatre company, and they still go to Australia every year and perform, and they're a really strong company. So they will also be, as I said earlier, they'll be working with young people and creating a street theatre company for Trowbridge. This is Winston on the Run. So this is the story of Winston Churchill before he was Prime Minister, and it also has some film footage at the end. And this is going to be at the Farmhouse Inn in Southwick. It's going to be in their function room, and there's an opportunity to have dinner, £25, 2-course dinner, drink and show, or you can just come and see the show. But I think that's going to be a really, really lovely one. Curious Theatre Company. These are also street theatre artists. They are going to animate the town hall. You will wander around the town hall with the Alice in Wonderland characters, exploring the town hall and the characters as you go. So this is sort of a bit of a family thing. I think it's a £3 ticket job. So it's just an experience that people can have with this company. Oh my God, I love this. If there's one thing you should really definitely come and see, and bring your partner in life if you have one. I saw this at Edinburgh last year, and it was just amazing writing, really, really funny. It's called Dirty Great Love Story. This one's going to happen at the Lamb, so the Village Pump venue at the Lamb. And again, for £25, you can have your dinner, 2-course dinner and drink at the Lamb, and a theatre ticket, or you can just go and see the show. But really worth seeing if you can see it. Now we have 2 dance pieces. This one's happening at West Ashton Village Hall, although between you and me, we're worried it might not be quite high enough, but I'm sure it'll work out fine. These are a Swedish dance company who are coming to the region, so we have them coming to West Ashton Village Hall. And these are a top dance company, Ace Dance and Music. We're really thrilled to have them. They are, Graham, are you aware of? No. They do amazing contemporary dance, and they're going to be at the Spectrum again at Clarendon. We're nearly there. This lady I programmed and bumped into at Edinburgh, but I've never actually seen her perform. But she does a sort of it's described as a bit of an outnumbered. I don't know if anybody watches the TV series Outnumbered, but it's her experience of as a mum of teenage children. This one's also happening at the Lamb, and again you have an opportunity to have dinner first. So it's the sort of thing I thought 30 plus ladies might want to come as a group and have an evening out, a sort of understanding the challenges that are being expressed before them. And we're in December now, so I'm sort of thinking about groups wanting to go out and celebrate Christmas. They used to always sell out at the Ark. It's a bit of a whose line is it anyway thing, isn't it? So it's an improvised Christmas do. Now this one is £25 a ticket, because you will have this one sat around round tables at the Farmhouse in Southwick. So you'll have your first course, have the first act, have your second course, have the second act. So really hope that this might be something that people come to for their Christmas do's. Christmas Carol. So this is a performance of Christmas Carol that we're having over 3 days in the town hall during the day, and really promoting it to schools, because we want schools to be able to bring their children to Trowbridge for Christmas live performance rather than having to go to Bath or Swindon or Bristol. And I think the relationship with schools and the opportunity for children to feel ownership over a performance space in their town is really important. So we will continue to work with the schools to ensure that we can continue to feed that offer. Last one. This one, Fireside Tales of Grandad. This one's at the Ark in January, and it's lovely. It's Pickled Image, who are a lovely company, so will be really nice for the little ones. So that's this season. So we really do need support in making this happen. We have 5 man-hours a week, 3 of mine, 2 of an assistant's, to make this project happen. So it's so important that we have an army of advocates and people around us, and these are the sorts of things that we really need support in doing. You'd get a t-shirt if you wanted to help at an event, or a pink one during the Arts Festival if you wanted to help for that. So help, support, advocacy, coming to see stuff, bringing friends to see stuff. Please, if you're going to go out for a night, please don't go to Bradford, Avon or Bath. Please see if there's something happening in Trowbridge first, because we need to start that energy. I'm going to give you a little anecdote, because I think it's huge and a bit scary, and there's an awful lot to do, but actually to have got the funding, to have got where we are, to have got the town hall open, to have started making things happen, it's pretty incredible for Trowbridge that the Arts Council gave us £90,000, Wiltshire Council gave us £30,000. That's massive for Trowbridge, so it's worth celebrating whilst trying to make it work. Bored of me? Good. I'm going to shut up. And of course, one of the things we've been able to do through this is really support the Arts Festival. So I, along with Andrew and a small team, are making the Arts Festival work this year, which you might see is cleverly part of our brochure to save in printing costs. So Andrew's going to talk a little bit about that.
I would have put some nice photos up from last year's festival. To give you a very brief background, I'm not going to keep you long. The inaugural Trowbridge Arts Festival took place last year. Why an arts festival? Simply, Trowbridge has never had one before, and I've been in Trowbridge for 18 years now, I think it is, and every year I kept saying to the town council, which I'm part of, and other organisations, we really would benefit as a town, a county town, from having an arts festival of our own. Froom's got one, Bradford-on-Avon at the time had one, Bath has got numerous festivals throughout the year. Why do we have to keep going to those places and not have one ourselves? And everybody said, oh, that's a really good idea. And of course, everybody said it was a good idea but didn't do anything. So after however many years, 16 years or something, I thought, okay, nobody else is going to do it. I'll try and start something up. Thankfully, Tracy was on hand as part of BA14, and Rachel and a number of other people who said, yeah, it's a good idea. And what I realised early on was that we didn't have to programme everything ourselves, because a lot of stuff was already going on in Trowbridge. What Trowbridge, I have to say, has never been particularly good at, certainly since I've been around, is actually promoting itself as a county town, but also promoting what's actually going on. So one of the reasons why we've got an arts festival is so that we can bring everything together, and we can programme it literally within one document, and also that we can promote the county town as a business, so that there's business opportunities and we can bring business into the town by promoting the arts, which is something that I love, and I know that obviously people here love the arts. It's quite a struggle, I have to admit, to get other people in Trowbridge sometimes to love the arts, or at least to admit that they love the arts. I think it's one of those things that Tracy's been saying that maybe they're scared of, that they haven't experienced before, that they couldn't afford before. A lot of concerts these days, you're talking 30, 40, 50 pounds a ticket, which is well out of the reach of some of the people in Trowbridge. So, we had the inaugural festival last year. I don't know if anybody went to any events. I'm not going to embarrass you by asking who went to what events. We had some big names. We had Val McDermott, who is still, I think, the biggest selling crime writer in the country, probably in Europe. Mark Billingham, who is also #1 on the bestsellers list every few months. We had Oliver Wakeman, Rick Wakeman's son, on keyboards, playing with Gordon Giltrap, one of the best fingerstyle guitarists in the world. We had Lee Hurst, the comedian, who younger people didn't seem to remember, but obviously if you're my age or close to my age or above, then you would know Lee Hurst. So we had a number of big names taking part. This year, we also have a number of big names. I've written down some of the main ones so I don't forget. John Etheridge. I don't know if you know John Etheridge. John Etheridge used to play with Stefan Grappelli. Played with him for 3 or 4 years. Grappelli, of course, one of the greatest violinists ever, jazz violinist. John Etheridge happens to be one of the best guitarists in the world at the moment, and he has been for a number of years. He plays fingerstyle, he plays every style that you can possibly think, from jazz to fusion, folk, you name it, he plays it. Electric and acoustic. It's at the Arc Theatre, and I'm particularly promoting this one partly because Trowbridge Festival is putting it on itself, as opposed to anybody else promoting it under the festival banner. So any income to this comes to us, not to me obviously, to the festival. Sunday the 3rd of November, which is the final day of the festival, I would highly recommend that. Please promote it. You will see banners up with John on, you will see posters up on lampposts. I know I shouldn't probably do it, but I've done it. Please get the information out there. It's £10, and I don't think these days you can really get anything else for £10. So, as John Etheridge, suitable for all ages, Arc Theatre, there's a maximum of 150 people. I really want to fill the place out. We have Alison Weir. If you're into historical fiction, Alison Weir is currently the top-selling UK author for historical fiction. She wrote non-fiction to start with, history, including The 6 Wives of Henry VIII. She now does, she did non-fiction, now she's doing fiction as well. She will be speaking on The 6 Wives of Henry VIII, and that's in the Atrium, which is a wonderful setting. If I don't know how many of you came to the French Mime in the Atrium last year, or indeed Val McDermott and Mark Billingham, which was in the Atrium, and that was pretty much packed out, so that was a really good turnout. We've got Stephen K. Amos, who is one of the biggest comedians in the country at the moment. Has been on Mock the Week, Have I Got News for You, and just about everything else. That's going to be an excellent night. That's at the Civic Centre. We've got Peter Knight's gig spanner. Peter Knight is from Steel Eye Span. He's the fiddle player. He's incredible. Steel Eye Span are incredible, so it's going to be a wonderful night. We've got Brian Willoughby from the Strawbs. We've also got, last year we were lucky enough to have the atrium and the library and cafe and everything opening during the festival. This year we happen to have a cinema opening, and as Tracy said, the Odeon are happy to join with the festival and with Trowbridge Arts to promote various events over the fortnight and the coming year. So that's going to be really wonderful. So, lots of events going on. Last year we had 78. We only had 3 cancellations, which was unfortunate. There's still 75 events. This year, I believe we have 57 events taking place. Again, all over Trowbridge and BO14 area. So I'm going to have to get my glasses out here at this point. Right, programmes. Hopefully you've picked up a programme. If you haven't, you can give them one this evening. You will notice that they can vote both ways. So you've got the pink Trowbridge Arts Festival one there, or as they come, Trowbridge Arts. My recommendation, of course, is to promote Trowbridge Arts Festival, if you can.
My recommendation, of course, is not.
Didn't hear you. But hopefully people will pick these up and look all the way through them. I was handing them out with, I can't remember who was handing them out with me, a couple of weeks ago in Shires. People were asking for both of them for the Arts Festival and Trowbridge Arts, so that was really promising. What wasn't promising is, and we had this last year, and we will have it next year as well, is a lot of people look at it and go, oh, no, don't want it. Either because they think we're trying to sell them something, or because the arts are not attractive to them, or because it's pink. Some of the blokes particularly wouldn't take pink things, or from somebody wearing a pink t-shirt. Please promote these everywhere you possibly can. Banners are up on the Stallards roundabout, they're going up to the Rose and Crown. We've got another 4 to, and in the Cemetery Garden we've got a few more to put up. Please point them out to people. Please ask them if they've got a brochure. Please ask them if they've bought tickets yet. And I would encourage you, please, like I say, I don't like being told what to go to because it's your choice. But this is really good quality stuff, including the stuff that Tracy's programme. Really good quality art. It's not Mickey Mouse, poor quality cover bands. We do have a few cover bands, I'm not knocking them. But we have some world-class music. Please come and pay to see it if you can, as well as going to places like Bradford-on-Avon, Bath and all the others. Tickets, if people ask, they're available at the TIC, via Salisbury Arts Centre. If you're in Salisbury, you can pop into the Arts Centre or phone them up. The number on the programme is Salisbury Arts Centre. The Town Hall open 10 till 2-ish. Most days in town. It's fantastic to see the Town Hall open again in the centre of our county town. On the website as well, trowbridgeartsfestival.co.uk, you can't forget that easy. It's on the banners as well and it's in here. So the important thing, a couple of things. I've mentioned about selling tickets. If any of you are involved in business, I know nothing about running businesses. I know nothing about running an arts festival, which is why it's plodding along, but it's getting there eventually. It's going to get better and better. But we need money. We started the arts festival with nothing. Within the first year, we had managed to get grants from Town Council and Wiltshire Council. We managed to get funding from Legal in General, so thank you to them. This year, we haven't had quite the backing from the councils that we wanted, but we did have support from Legal in General. Next year, so this coming year, we are going to be pushing this to local businesses. Please, if you know people who run businesses, own businesses, manage them, frequent them, whatever, please spread the news. We want some money. It's not going to me. I do everything voluntarily. I'm not saying that to big myself up, but this is just giving of my own time. I won't get a penny from it. Nobody else gets a penny from it. It goes straight back into the festival. So please, please, please promote that as much as possible. Volunteers. We are desperate for volunteers. Tracy has put together these. It's not one sheet each, it's one package of sheets. Each. It's got all of the events taking place during the festival with the times. Please sign up if you are able to support, not buy a ticket or anything, but actually support as a volunteer, so you can be on the door, you can be in the event or whatever's required to chaperone people, point them in the right direction. Obviously, it's voluntary, but we would be extremely grateful if you could do it. What you do get is a t-shirt, which I'm modelling. We do have various t-shirts this evening. They are here so that you can take them if you want them. Okay, I'm not going to be counting them and signing them out, but obviously they cost money to print up this year. But they can be worn throughout the festival and before. I wear mine all year. Obviously I change, but as much as possible I wear them to promote Trowbridge and the Arts Festival. So volunteer sheets. We're looking for at least, I would imagine, a couple of volunteers per event. Next year, I've said about money, the other thing we want is to form another committee. We do have a committee at the moment, which started off very large and shrunk down to those who were sort of not so much committed to the festival. Everybody was committed but had the time to commit to going to a few meetings and actually organising things. We are looking for people with specialisms, with skills. We have somebody doing the accounts at the moment as a treasurer, doing a great job, and they may want to continue, but we're always looking for people who know about money. We're looking for people who know about organising things, who know about promoting things. I know nothing about going to businesses and getting money out of them. If you've done it before and that's your talent, please, if you can get involved, that would be great. Anything that you can do that can support our festival, we're looking to put together a core committee. One of the reasons we're doing that is because we're going to look at the constitution of the festival again, but also we want to become a registered charity over the year. Currently we are non-registered, which does bring in complications with things like tax, which we won't mention too much, but obviously there are benefits of being a registered charity. And going to businesses, it obviously looks much, much better going as a registered charity. So lots going on, over 50 events this year. We already are one of the largest festivals in certainly Wiltshire. I reckon we are one of the largest festivals in the southwest. I'm not saying this because I have these grandiose plans of what I think the festival should be, but we are a county town. I think we're one of the finest county towns in the country. We have more listed buildings than Bradford-on-Avon. We have tons of things going for us. We have a wonderful heritage. We deserve wonderful art and culture, and therefore I don't see why we shouldn't be one of the largest festivals in the whole country. It's easily achievable, just with a little bit of financial support and a little bit of goodwill from local companies and, of course, people buying tickets. So again, please go out and buy tickets. Please support us in any way that you possibly can. Please, if you can support us in any other way than spreading the message, please go and spread the message. We had 10,000 of these out there last year. There were still people who said, I didn't know a festival went on. We had things going on most days for over 2 weeks. We had a wonderful food fair that packed out the town more than I've ever seen it in the 18 years I've been here. We have 10,000 of these this year, posters, banners and everything else. People will still come up to me afterwards and say, I didn't even know what was going on. So spread the news, please. Are there any questions? Okay, as Tracy said, please stay for tonight's show if you can. It should be excellent. And if you need to get in touch with us, trowbridgeartsfestival.co.uk. Email is contact@trowbridgeartsfestival.co.uk, so you can't go wrong there. Or you can drop in and see Tracy anytime in the town hall.
Thank you. We're going to stop talking at you now. There's more wine and canapes. Show starts at 7:30. So do have informal chat and food and drink. And a huge thank you for coming. And this might feel like a big challenge, but you know we've come a long way. So I'm excited about the future with support. So yes, do grab some food and enjoy the show. Thank you.